Hello YouTube, I am so happy you're here. In today's video, this is truly a video for anybody who is currently doubting, going through a relationship breakup, maybe your business is falling apart, maybe you've asked for a big dream, a shift, something to happen in your life, and now it feels like everything is falling apart. Well, in this video, I want to explain to you why, and I also want to give you some prayers and some grounding guidance on what to do and what I've done in these situations in my life. So before we get started, I am Melissa Kathryn. I am an expert in the world of reinvention and helping women 40 plus to powerfully pivot in their lives, in their purpose, to get clear and to go for their dreams, to believe in themselves and to no longer let rules, limitations, culture, society, age, because midlife is the main stage, baby, and we are in the spotlight and it is time to shine. But as I say that, I also am a God girly, and I am going to share with you today some spiritual things that these are glaring pretty obviously. So a few things that I want to tell you. I've gone through many periods of lack of certainty and things happening in my life where I'm kind of like, what is going on? And whether it was when I was diagnosed with cancer to my entire business imploding when I lived in New York City, there have also been amazing blessings. And these are the things that I've learned along the way that have been incredibly profound and powerful that I now share inside Limitless Academy and support women with inside our reinvention container as they're reinventing themselves, because shit can hit the fan, excuse my French, and you can sit there and go, I don't understand. I just made this big, powerful declaration. I just sat and said, I am ready. I'm taking myself seriously. I'm ready to go big. I'm ready to be visible. I'm ready to be seen. I'm ready for the friends. I'm ready for the soulmate. I'm ready for the thing. And then it's like all of a sudden friends fall away and things are happening and you're losing clients or money was flowing and now it's stopped, and you might go, am I like completely going the wrong direction? And the answer is no. You're actually in the absolute right direction. And to help this be a smoother transition for you, because it can be scary. And when we don't have certainty, i.e. when, I get a diagnosis with cancer, it's like, my controller, my type A perfectionist, you can't do anything about that. You have to surrender and go into faith. Go into the things that you know. So a few helpful tips if you are going through this. And I had a client earlier where, she just said, Melissa, I just went through a breakup and I'm really sad. And I just said, listen, you are being redirected to something so much greater. And can you trust that if I gave you a crystal ball, if I gave all of you a crystal ball 6 months from now and you have all the money, the dream that you went for worked out, the love of your life was there, and it's actually everything that you always wanted, wouldn't you be grateful that this was removed? That you got redirected? If you actually got everything, the only thing that has us go into regret or fear or loss and sadness is because we are moved from an energy of I have to lack and scarcity. And when you move from I have something, even if it's not what you really want, and even if you're settling, and even if you're like, well, I'd really love this much more money, or I'd really love to really love what I'm doing, or I'd really love a relationship where I actually feel seen and I trust them, and what if you could have it all? And that's the barrier that I believe God wants us all to break through, is understanding that God didn't say, you're asking for too much. God said, you're asking for too little. I created worlds. I created humanity. I created everything that you see. And yet you think that what you want is bigger than me. So we want to take whatever we're wanting and take it off the pedestal. And then we want to ask ourselves, what in me doesn't believe that I can actually have it all? What in me doesn't believe that the thing that I'm wanting is available to me or exists or could come in easily? Is there a part in you that still thinks that you need to earn it? That you need to work harder to deserve it? That all of these things need to happen? Or that if that person goes away, you're going to be single for the next day, right? Often when something leaves, we'll go into complete scarcity. Oh my God, but I need clients and I need them, as if you'll never have the opportunity. What if money is going to come to you in a different way? What if God is removing the very thing, source energy, the universe, who knows so much better than you and grander than you, that actually has a vision for you that you can't even fathom in our human mind, is saying, but don't you see that you're limiting yourself, your gifts, the talents that I gave you, and thinking that money could only come from here? But what if it could come from here, where you're actually sharing your gifts and talents in a bigger way that's more fun for you than ever before? Could you step into that faith? Could you let go of control? What if, and I had to do that with cancer, and I said, I'm not going to let this be something that takes me down. I instead am going to use this as, how is this the greatest gift and blessing? What was the trajectory of where I was going? I had to learn so much through their process. Things that I saw where I bought into the illness, which is why then once I overcame it and eradicated it when it was wanting to come back in 8 weeks' time, I went from you're going to need another surgery to we can't find it. How did I do that? Because I knew that my mind and my connection to divine source energy was greater than what I was going to buy into, that I myself am of source energy, that I'm a child of the Most High, which means I have miracles that live inside of me that I can create through my energy, through my frequency, through my beliefs, and that God does not want suffering for anybody here. And when I'm using all of these religious beliefs, if that's turning you off or having you shut down, please stay open to what I'm speaking about here and tether to just spirituality in general or whatever, so that you can get the message, because you're here, because you're meant to receive it. So what I will say is, I had to sit there and go, okay, wow, the first time that I got the diagnosis, I really bought into everything I need to do to heal. And all of a sudden, instead of living my life and trusting that it would be seamless and that I would be okay, and I'm not going to have this take over everything, I'm not going to give it that much time and energy, I'm not going to buy into this diagnosis defining me, I instead went into, I'm going to heal it and I'm going to eradicate. I'm a nutritionist, a holistic nutritionist as part of my background. So I was like, I'll do all the things, and I'm green juicing and I'm Reiki and I'm this and I'm hypnotizing myself. I know, but I was still feeding the fear. I was feeding the diagnosis. I was trying to control the outcome. And so all of my energy went to it. So of course I continued to experience 3 years of ups and downs with it. And I think I'm okay, and then not, and the surgery, and then I didn't need one surgery, and then I needed two. And why? Because I was defining myself by it. My identity was now in it. I was identifying as somebody who now had. And so I don't identify by it at all. I'm simply sharing the story here. Otherwise, I wouldn't be talking about it, because we often can get caught up into our illness and into what we're told about ourselves. Oh, you're just big boned. Oh, you've been indecisive your whole life. Oh, you're an athlete. Oh, you're not an athlete. Oh, you're the pretty one. No, you're the smart one. No, these are all identities. And this is why I teach identity, because your identity defines you. And then you tether yourself, your actions, your energetic frequency, and what you attract into your experience by who you define and identify as yourself to be. So in order for you to identify differently, going back to the breakup, going back to other things, we actually have to go in as, I am whole and healed. There is nothing for me to do here. I am good. And when you operate from that energy, I'm operating from the end state. It's already done. It worked in my favor. So it was of no surprise that at the end of the 8 weeks, when they said it'd come back, they were like, we can't find it. I'm like, of course you couldn't. Because I'm whole, I'm healed. There's nothing there. I have absolutely nothing. There is not 1 ounce of me that even feels or identifies as somebody that would have that experience in their outer reality. So again, remember, everything is feeding off of your reticular activating system, is seeking out for what you believe to be true. So again, going back to the client with the breakup, I said, instead, I want you to flip it on its head. Why is this a good thing that this is happening? Well, this is freeing me up to actually call in the love that there's nothing about them that I don't love, that they're everything that I've been wanting at this time in my life, because the person that she was with was significantly younger, and they were on 2 different trajectories. Not that can't work, but what he was wanting and what she was wanting in the end were different. Where they were in their lives were different. So I said, well, what if you're getting open to the greatest love of your life? If you knew that to be true, would this upset you the same? Like, yes, there's the loss and the sadness. So what if you gave yourself that certainty? What if you wrote the next chapter? And that's what I want to invite you to do here today. Pull out your notebook, write the next chapter, write what happens next. What happens next for you? Why is this the best year of your life? What do you love about who you're becoming? When you do that, you create the identity where you create the certainty. And then you align with divine source energy and you say, this or something better is what I desire from my heart. This feels so good and I would love this, or whatever better you have for me. I am ready. I am open. And so a simple, beautiful prayer that you can do no matter what's going on. So let's just say that right now you're in debt, but you want $50,000 months. You're going to say, God, divine source energy, all the powers that be, I call on you and I ask and I pray that you close the gap from where I am to where I want to be in the most joyous way, where I can see clearly. Close the gap in my thinking, close the gap in my procrastination or my self-sabotage, anything that is here for me that's blocking me and stopping me from that desire coming to fruition, and show me how easy it can be. And I am aligned and I will do the next step. What is the next step that you have for me? See, all you need, you don't need the grand master plan. You just need the next step. Even if you look at this painting, you can't see the end, right, from this angle. But that's the path. You just need to know, you just need to get in the boat and say, I'm a yes for the desire on my heart that feels good for me right now. See, I am literally putting my stuff in storage. And I am following divine guidance that I received to go on my next adventure, to make that bold move and leap that my heart has been wanting me to do, even though I'm going, but I love my home and I love where I live. And it's going, but we have something better for you. We have something that you're going to learn, that you're going to go. It doesn't mean I'm not going to come back here. But what it means is I'm being a yes, but I can't see the full picture yet. And that's where faith comes in. So now, what is the prayer if you are sitting and you've asked for something and you're losing the clients and you've just lost a big deal, or you've just lost the relationship, or you've lost the friends, and you're kind of going like, shit hit the fan. Like, I said I'm here. I said I'm ready for my life to change. I said I'm ready to go big on my dream. I said I'm ready to go all in. What's going on? So this is the prayer. God, divine source energy, all the powers that be and angels that are here for me, I call on you to bring peace to my heart, to bring courage and bravery, to show me today a miracle, to show me or give me a message, a path, whether it's through a song or a synchronicity or an angel number or something. And I can even ask for the sign, show me a money tree, or you can even ask for a sign and say, show this to me by the day's end so that I know that I'm on the path that is meant for me. Bring peace to my heart and give me the courage and the bravery to be the version of me that I have yet to be. Help me to align to her, to him, in the most fun, most joyous way. And help me to know that you are there with me every step of the way. See, when we make these bold moves and we step into this next level identity, often we act like we're doing it alone and like we're the only one, and the weight of the world is on our shoulders. But I'm here to remind you that you are divine source energy running through you, that you have access to divine source energy. Get into prayer. I had a friend yesterday, she said, so how do you do this? Like, I'm more spiritual. And I said, that's totally fine. Like, when I was born Catholic and I left my religion, not like dramatic, but I just didn't relate to it. I went to all girls private Catholic school, and I felt like I feared God. I didn't see God as a friend. I definitely was thinking I had to create everything, right? That everything that was happening in my world was all about me. And that was the height of me with disordered eating. And I'm so grateful for that, because that's what brought me here. That's what's had me start a business called Done with Dieting, where I supported thousands of women to get off of dieting, to heal their relationship with their bodies, to know that their body wanted to work for them, to get them connected mind, body. Many of them said, Melissa, you brought me back to faith. That was not even, but they heard me talking. And in that time, I said, I know that I need faith, and I believe in you, God, and I believe in Jesus. I believe in these things, but I want to not fear you. I want to love you. I want to feel like you're my best friend and father and all the things. I want to know that you're guiding me, that you're with me, that you're my biggest fan. And I don't want to just come to you when things go wrong. I want to feel you every day in every way. And in that time, I studied Kabbalah. I went to synagogue. With my Jewish friends. I learned about other religions. I love religion. I think religion is beautiful. I think religion taught in a way that brings you back to just being a good person. Do I believe in the dogmatic, old archaic control? No, I don't at all. But this is why I say you get to make it what you want for you. And when I actually learned the Bible and read the Bible through A Course in Miracles, and I was like, well, why aren't they teaching this from the beginning? Because I didn't understand the blessings of the fish. The blessing of the fish is actually learning about manifestation. When I learned Kundalini yoga, I was like, oh, Jesus did this in the desert. He was doing Kundalini yoga. I never understood it. I was like, this is truly the Bible is a life book. It's the best, right? It's the number one self-help, but you have to understand the actual teachings are life teachings on how to live. And God never said don't have money. God was all the money is here for you. You don't have to work for it. In fact, that's something we started doing, but he was ask for more. I'll give you more. Do you want gold? Do you want it in the form of endless food and flowers? And do you want, how do you want this to look? I will give you whatever you want. Ask for it, but believe that you deserve it. Believe that you are a child of mine. And when we do that, it's, often in Catholicism, at least, it was I felt bad. I thought Jesus was poor, and if I want to be a good person, then who am I? I would never charge somebody. It's no, God never wanted you to struggle. We've decided we need to struggle, and I'm here to say you do not. You do not need to struggle, and it doesn't need to be hard, and it gets to be easy, and it gets to be fun. But you have to program yourself to believe that, and that's what I'm committed to helping all women do, and myself as I've transformed. You don't need to earn love. You don't need to prove yourself for love. You don't need to earn. And so what if the things are being removed from your life to bless your life? What if the things are being removed to give you the best life? What if you couldn't see clearly, or you were putting them on a pedestal, or you were giving them power over you? That's why I don't even like to say, oh my God, my big dream is, because that means it's bigger than you. Understand your dreams came from you. The desires on your heart. So how could they be bigger than you when you created them? And the desire for them means they've already happened in an alternate metaphysical world. You already have it, right? We have multiple, it's proven with quantum physics, we're running multiple timelines right now. So another version of you is married. Another version of you is a billionaire. Another version of you is poor. You're experiencing all the things. And so you have it. You just get to align to that timeline. Doesn't that feel a lot easier? It's oh, well then how do I align to the timeline? I just start being her, which means I'm going to start being the version of me that believes that something better is coming. It doesn't mean I'm not going to bless that this relationship ended. I'm using my client example. It doesn't mean that I get the fear is real. Clients went away, but what if it just means that better clients are going to come that are more aligned, more expansive, that are going to add to the community in a better way? The deal went through. It's well, what if it means that a better one's going to come that I can't even understand? Well, I lost the house. Well, what if it means that your actual dream house? And what if that was going to be a money pit? Remember that movie with Tom Hanks and Shelley Long? Oh my God, I'm totally dating myself. I think I watched that when I was little. Anyway, I digress. But what if? And play that game, and then ask yourself, flip it to manifest in the other direction. Why is this such a good thing? And then turn it over to God. God, universe, source, energy, all the powers that be, help me to see why this is good for me, and help me to be awake and aware to see the blessings that you have for me today. And Call the money in. I call in what I want. Do hand gestures. I'm calling it in. I'm calling it in. Put on music. Vibrate higher and say, I see the blessings. I see the gifts. I see the gifts of abundance that are here for me. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. So I would love to hear from you in this video. What spoke to you? Use these prayers. They are like magic. They are gold. I share them in my community and they're always like, what's another prayer that you have? Like, I have a book of prayers and divine downloads that I receive. And I have to tell you, especially after having my spiritual awakening, when I was born intuitive with that gift. We all have that gift. I guess I was born with it, pretty loudly. I kind of freaked my mom out. My mom had the gift. We all do, though, and I love teaching people how to tap into that. And I have programs that do that. And if you want to be in this frequency and this energy and around other like-minded women, join Limitless Academy. If you are in the greatest reinvention and you're like, I'm scared, I'm in the becoming, I did another video called Becoming Her, where it talks about being in the in-between. And I created a container called Reinvention because being in the in-between, it is scary and it is so easy to just retreat back. But I promise you, if you lean into the fear, your greatest dreams are realized on the other side of your resistance, on the other side of your fear, on the other side of all that uncertainty that is there, are your greatest dreams realized. And when you do allow them, step into them, trust in them, it is profound what occurs on the other side. So I just want to say, I love you. I'm so grateful for you. Please share this video with someone who needs it. Let me know in the comments below if you want more videos like this. If you want copies of the prayers, definitely let me know and we can create that for you. And join Limitless. Join Limitless Light. Start off, join me every week. And we're in that community. And if you like this, then you would love the trainings and modules there. You don't see them anyplace else. They're only inside the membership. Bonuses, you name it, and I ask what you want in there, and then I give it to you. So we've got everything from EFT tapping to divinely channeled meditations, prayers, things around money, wealth, building your business, AI, you name it, it's whatever you need to thrive and succeed. And that's what Living Limitless is. So that's Limitless Academy. If you are in your greatest reinvention era and you want to be around other women doing the thing, doing it scared, come join Reinvention. You can apply now. Waitlist is open, and we will be reviewing applications and starting February 15th. And right now, and then I have other, if you want to shift your identity for $44, you can legit, that is an incredible, it takes you through, it's our mini course, and it's so good. The testimonials are incredible because you can't get anywhere if you don't know who you are. And so having clarity and knowing who you are is huge. And again, watch that video, Becoming Her, where I really talk about also, in that workshop, I teach about a code of ethics and writing your own code of ethics and really getting clear, very, very detailed on everything about this next level identity so you can be her and no longer come from, ambiguity. And when you are clear and you declare who you're going to be, then you get the result and you get it quickly. So I will put all those links below, and I will also put the video for Becoming Her and Meant for More below. I think you'd love both of those videos, and let me know in the comments below. I am here for you. What videos would you like to see? I love you so much. Stay tuned, and I will have you on my journey as well in real time for living the bold life, where midlife is the main stage, and follow my journey for reinvention in real time, because we are meant to have it all, and we get to have our dreams now. And let's do it together and all rise higher together. All my love. And like I said, remember, you live limitless, and it starts with you getting out of your mind into your body and programming yourself that you get to have it all. It gets to be easy. I love you, and I will see you in the next video. All my love.